Well, howdy, folks, and welcome to today's episode. We are going to a town of 2,200 people that isn't even a town at all. Are we in the Twilight Zone? No, we are in Boona, Texas. Boona is unincorporated and considered a census-designated place, whatever the heck that means. So I'm not real sure how that works. If there's like, I guess there wouldn't be a police force in town. It's probably all county jurisdiction. But I do like just turning the camera on sometimes when I'm driving through these small towns and communities. And then going back and researching to find out what they're all about, the history, notable people from these areas, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun to actually go back and research something after you've filmed it, you know? So the most famous person I found from this community was Mark Nessler. You're probably like, Max, who the hell is Mark Nessler? I never heard of him, and I hadn't either. But he's actually a pretty talented songwriter and singer, musician. But he's wrote some really big hits for other artists, and here's a list of them. His first #1 hit was Tim McGraw's Just to See You Smile in 1998. And the good old king of country himself, George Strait, recorded a couple of his songs, reaching a pair of #1 singles, Living and Living Well and Go On. I mean, if it wasn't for Mark Nessler, the king himself, old George Strait, would only have 58 #1 singles. One of my personal favorite songs he wrote was Billy Currington's song, Let Me Down Easy. Really like that song. Another #1 single he had was Keith Urban's 2008, You Look Good in My Shirt. Now, I'm not familiar with that song because I'm not a Keith Urban fan at all. Although, I did cook for him one time backstage. I remember him being vegan. At least he was at that time. And I think his diet consisted of a bowl of ice. He also wrote Josh Turner's mega hit, Time Is Love. And it was Billboard's 2012 most played song of the year. You know, as I'm driving along here, I don't think I'm even in Boona, Texas anymore. Where the heck am I? You know, and that's what I love about YouTube. When I turned the camera on and started driving, I had no idea that I was going to come across a story like this guy's story, you know? It's amazing how, I mean, this guy's one of the most prolific songwriters of our generation. I mean, all the #1 hits, and I'm just scratching the surface. He has wrote for Tracy Byrd, Aaron Tippin, Tracy Lawrence. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. All right. Well, let's see what town we're in now and see some history on this town. I believe now we are in Kirbyville. So Kirbyville is just up the road from Boona and was the birthplace of another famous singer-songwriter, Ivory Joe Hunter. He had a series of R&B hits in the mid-1940s, but he's best known for a recording in 1956, a song called Since I Met You Baby. Now, some 13 years later, Sonny James recorded a version of this song, which topped the country charts. Whoops, my bad, that's the wrong Sonny altogether. This Sonny. And whatever you do, don't mess up my Sonny Bono do. So Ivory Hunter had started, he had a couple more hits, and he started to decline in popularity by the late 50s. And when old Sonny, not Sonny Bono, but the other Sonny, came out and re-released his song, he began to be popular again. And as we're driving through here, you can kind of see the dilapidation of town. And a lot of this is because this area gets hit by hurricanes quite a bit. I believe Hurricane Rita made a direct bullseye right over this town, so you can see like where stuff used to be and ain't there no more, and that's why. So after Sonny James recorded Hunter's song there in '69, it paved the way for his appearance at the Monterey Jazz Festival and the recording of the album The Return of Ivory Joe Hunter. And look at the band he put together for that recording. He had Isaac Hayes, Bowlegs Miller, and Charles Chalmers. That's a hell of a session right there, and that was recorded in Memphis. And I think old Bootney Lee Farnsworth Might have jumped in on there. No, hang on. That was on a Dr. Dre album. Wrong story altogether, folks. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this rendition of the Max Adventure Show, driving through Jasper County and all the small towns and crevices of this county, communities and all. Thanks for watching, folks. Please subscribe below, and we'll see you folks next time. Peace out, everybody.